All right, guys, Blade is finally here. We got his kit reveal, his trailer, and his team up. So we're going to break it all down for you guys. He's got a pretty extensive kit, and he's also the first hero that has healing reduction capabilities, so we'll explain that in a little bit. Now let's get started with his primary and secondary. So his primary is much like Punisher's, so he can switch between his sword and his shoddy. And then for his secondary, it's actually a block that can block incoming projectiles. And it also reduces the cooldown time of his dash, which has 2 different abilities. So his dash has 2 different forms depending on which primary you use. So with his sword, he does a dash forward, dealing damage, and then turns into a spinning whirlwind attack. Now with his shoddy, it's pretty interesting. He actually applies a healing reduction to whatever enemy he hits with. Now you can tell this by the purple bar around the enemy's health, but it's going to be pretty interesting to have our first character that applies healing reduction. Then we have his E ability, which is almost like a form change. He basically attacks super fast. He actually gains the ability of lifesteal as well as he does damage, but he can no longer be healed by his allies while he's in this state. And then finally for his ultimate, it's just a singular dash, but it leaves behind a constant zone of damaging slashes behind him. Now, it just looks unreal. They did such a great job with this character. Let me know how you guys feel about Blade coming into the game, and keep it locked right here for Season 3.5.